hobgoblins are seeking the elves. From exploration and discovery, we know that they don't necessarily mean us all to be destroyed. They have taken she-elves and children as prisoners and are searching for more elves. Adran, Thía, and Varin have fought a desperate campaign for a few months, keeping the hobgoblin forces from finding their village. In so doing, they have battled monsters, the elements, and a cunning foe in Nanny Agatha, a vicious hag. Deceived into giving the hag a mysterious artifact, Adran, Thía, and Varin hunted Nanny Agatha down, only to be caught in a dark forest by transforming wolves and the forest itself. And while confronting the hags, the artifact was tampered with, releasing an explosive wave of magic. Darkness followed. Now we return to the land of the hunter. Adran. Following the events of what went before, you succeeded on your con save with a nat 20. You come to realize that you have spent some hours in complete unconsciousness and have risen from that into a sleeping state. And now your thoughts wander the halls of your mind, seeking a way to wakefulness. Please give me a history check. Okay, not quite enough. The most that you recall with that check is some of the fight against Nanny Agatha and her sister hag, the strange magics they wielded against us. There's probably more there, but it slips from your slumbering mind at the present. Please give me an investigation check. There we go. Though the greater implications of the battle slip away from you, some other facts come to your mind. Nanny Agatha used strange magics against us, but not all of us. There were things that she and the other hag did that were specifically against Varin and Adran that never affected Thía. Somehow, she either could not or would not due to her. In the recent days preceding the battle with Nanny Agatha and her sister hag, the only thing that happened to us specifically and not to Thía were the healing potions we were given at the third Hobgoblin camp battle. Thía was the only one who received absolutely no healing from Enna and Antinua, or who we thought were Enna and Antinua. And you recall that when we rescued those two, they had told us that they had been captured days before we attacked the third camp, which implies that the Enna who said Adran owed her a dance was probably not Enna. But possibly one of the hags. The thought is disturbing enough that you shatter through the dream state and come to wakefulness. The ground beneath you is dark, cool, and hints at moisture deep within. Odd plants grow up about you in sporadic clumps, some torn up, apparently by your landing, which is marked by a long furrow torn through the ground's surface, maybe 10 feet long and half a foot deep. All about you are rolling, whispering hills that tower above you, and which are made up of sand. Sand dusts everything, especially you. somewhere. You're not entirely sure from which direction. You hear cries of pain, violence, and the clash of weapons, armor, and beasts. Nearby you, the Hearthstone artifact is steaming within the iron bands of Bolaro, along with a familiar-looking crystal attached to its side, taken once from you and Varin back in the Mystic Cave. The whole thing is hot, making the iron bands glow red. Thía. Following the fight, you dream, your body slumbering in deep restfulness. Please give me an insight check. And I put this in the wrong spot. There we go. Okay. That is not enough, unfortunately. So unfortunately you won't get to make the second check. Sorry. So instead, as you come slowly out of your dream state, when you open your eyes, you realize that you are laying on a hill. Your feet aimed toward the hilltop, and your head toward its base. Your body is covered with softly whispering sand, apparently having covered you as you slid or tumbled down the hillside. You can hear the sound of battle somewhere near, but halfway down the hill and upside down, you cannot see any sign of the fighting. Curiously, you can hear movement nearby you, possibly on the other side of this very hill, along with a strange sort of clinking, chinking noise that is repeating over and over again. And finally, Varin bursts up into a sitting position, his senses filling with the sights, sounds, and smells of his surroundings. The cold, gritty soil, the barren hills, the hint of blood in the air, and the shrill screams of the wounded and dying. He prepares his longbow in one hand and hunches low to the side of the hill, working his way to the top to see the lay of the land and maybe find the trail of his allies. Adran, we'll move to you. What do you do, sir? You're muted, by the way.
Sorry, I was just looking for something. Well, you said I was in, like, darkness, or?
No, it's, you're on cool ground, and there's plants about you, but it's nothing like what we've been used to dealing with the grasses and the trees. There are some things that look like trees nearby you, but they don't have leaves. They do have what looks like, a prodigious amount of thorns.
Very strange, peculiar things.
Very.
Well, I have no idea what I'm going to be doing. I'm still kind of like taking everything else in. Is it pretty hot where I'm at?
At the moment, so it's obviously early morning. The sun has not even quite fully risen over the eastern horizon. Even so, you can feel the temperature as being similar to our summer days back in the forest, even though the sun has not fully risen. Fairly safe to assume it's gonna get hot.
This is not good.
There's no wind, no clouds. Just a big purplish, but now turning to blue sky above.
Well, I should at least call out to Varin and Thía, figure out where they all are.
You can do that. An alternative would be to climb a hill and look around.
Well, looks like there may be a hill right in front of me.
Would you like to climb it?
Yes.
Okay. Like I mentioned, the hill is made up almost entirely of sand. It is difficult terrain. Where
Okay.
you are in this kind of plant-ish area, the plants, there's plants, but they're sporadic enough that it's normal terrain.
Okay.
So while you climb to the top of the hill before you, Thía, you're upside down and halfway down a hill. What would you like to do?
Does it look like there's anything dangerous at the bottom of the hill?
No, I'm not even gonna have you do a perception check. It looks like very sporadic and spiny type plants. Nothing long and lush and overflowing. You don't see any animals per se. You do see like these strange looking almost trees that have like almost like a zillion different spines and thorns all over them. Probably unfriendly to hug. You do hear, sorry, get my arrow here. In that direction, over the top of the hill, on the other side of it from where you are basically, kind of a chink, chink, chink noise. As well as battle somewhere.
I guess she'll get up and try to right herself a bit and
Sure.
And well, she might as well try and see what it's all about.
Okay. As I mentioned, the sandy area, so like here, it is difficult terrain to move through, as opposed to where you're to this softer plant-filled area is. But you can certainly climb up and look around and get the lay of the land.
Alright. So I'll do that.
Okay. For Varin's part...
my screen's doing something weird. Oh. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Here, let me...
Can you put me back where I was?
Certainly.
I don't know where I was. I was trying to find where I was. Because yeah, my screen freaked out on me.
There you go. So now you can reposition yourself.
Okay, thank you.
If you will, you can find your own character from, as you will. Varin, as he moves towards the top, is going to use his action to toss in a Darlic Bean for 10 temporary hit points. And once you all get to the tops of the hills, are either of you attempting to do this quietly, stealthily, etc.?
Of course.
Oh, yes.
Please give me stealth checks. With a 30 for Thía and a 14 for Adran. Please keep in mind your separate stealth checks. Varin's also going to do a stealth check here. 17. Okay. So, we're all on top of the hill. Adran, you are able to... so there's nothing on these hills to hide behind or, whatever. You are able to move quietly, but as we gain the crests of the hills, we're able to see each other with a... Hang on. Put this here and zoom out. Eventually it will work. There we go. If you zoom out to about 50%, you should be able to see each other, maybe, sort of. Yeah, you might be farther south than I realized. So there's this long valley between the three hills that we find ourselves on, each of us in different, on different hills. Thía, you're not quite all the way to the top, I guess.
There we go.
There you are. So here is what we see. Down at the base of the hill you're on, Thía, you actually notice that there's two tops to this sand hill that you're on. You're on the southernmost hilltop. Down at the base, right about here, still trapped to the table by one silver manacle, is young Dell. In the hours since we last saw him, he has plucked the dagger out from his clothing and the tabletop, and is attempting to use the dagger to chip away at the manacle that still keeps him affixed to the tabletop. He seems unaware of our presence. Over to the north... hold on, there we go. Over to the north west of us, at the bottom of the valley, where is that? Here it is. Moving between the hills of sand is a group of strange-looking people walking on their hind legs. They have grayish skin, long, shaggy, unwashed, very unkempt hair, and prominent tusks jutting out from their lower jaws. The sight of these creatures sparks in each of us an unexpected, deep rage. A long-buried, latent fury that sings through our blood without reason, races our hearts, and drives us to attack, to destroy, to drive away these piggish-looking people. At almost the same moment that we see them, they catch sight of Dell. Stuck to the table, they roar in fury, brandish huge, heavy weapons, and are clearly intending to charge and attack him. And from the northeastern valley, I'm sending out a ping. I'm not sure if any of you can see it though. Eventually it will work. Maybe.
Oh my gosh. Something keeps on happening to my screen.
Okay. I'll give it a moment to think its way through. We see two other figures approaching. One male and one obviously female. The male looks to be 6 feet tall with bulging shoulders and a broad chest, wearing heavy leather armor and carrying a broad shield. His shoulder-length blonde hair is hung in dreadlocks about his head, decorated with bone charms and tied together with leather thongs. Notably, he's wearing a chimera's hide as a cloak. The female with him has very short blonde hair, cropped very close to her head, revealing several lines of recent scars, and a long scar carving down the back of her neck, speaking of recent and deadly wounds. Despite virtually no hair, she has proud, sharp blue eyes that seem to shine in her face wherever she looks. At the sight of Dell, they come to a stop and just kind of stare. At the roar of the piggish creatures to the northwest, they brandish their own weapons and charge toward Dell. And I will put everyone on the map. So it's clear, it's clear that the piggish creatures are closing on Dell, and these two other newcomers are closing on Dell as well, in response to the piggish creature's charge.
Oh, Dell.
And Dell just looks up, sees everything happening, and kind of goes, and starts chipping it even harder and faster at his one manacle with the only thing he has left, the dagger. What do you all want to do?
Well, I'm just going to eat a garlic bean.
Okay. Is that all you're going to do?
And I guess I'm going to roll for initiative.
Fair enough. Thea, what are your thoughts? Are you throwing in?
Yeah, and might as well get on the Dalek bean.
The Dalek bean train?
Yeah, might as well.
Alright.
It helps.
Then everyone can roll for initiative. And... nat 20 for Thía, a dirty 20 for Adran, and a 19 for Varin. Nice.
That's good for all of us.
Indeed. I need to check 2 more things. Okay. And 1 more, actually. Dell is looking like he's having a rather unfortunate series of bad days. Where is it? Okay. So the thing is, we all succeeded on our stealth checks. Literally everyone below us is surprised by our revelation of our presence. Thía, you're up first. Shocker, I know. What would you like to do? Are you there? I think I lost Thía.
You said that the sand is difficult terrain?
The sand is difficult terrain, yes. Now, conceivably, though there's nothing on the hilltop to hide behind, you could duck below the lip of the hilltop and use the hill itself as cover to hide behind, if that makes sense.
Yeah. That's not what I was thinking of doing, so...
Fair enough.
And is the grassy area difficult?
The grassy area is normal terrain.
Okay. Ooh. Doesn't matter which way I go, I can't make it to him and start helping him. I can make it to him, but I would have to use an action to do so.
Right.
As well as a bonus.
With your passive insight, if you will, I will inform you of this. And this is something that you're aware of, but not Adran. The 2 in the valley who are coming from the northeast, the ones without tusks, they're not brandishing their weapons at Dell. They're brandishing their weapons at the piggish ones to the northwest, while they're rushing towards Dell.
Okay. And I'm not considered hidden, right?
You are considered hidden, yes, currently. All 3 of us actually are.
Okay, so if I attack that one...
It's with advantage and sneak attack.
Okay, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that, is hit that one.
How far is that of a shot for you? I'm out of curiosity.
Let's... Oh. That's why. I had the wrong thing.
Oh
Let's see,
no.
here's the rule. Trying to see where the ruler is. Sorry.
You're fine. I think that's 130 feet for you.
Yeah. So within range.
Oh yeah, you've got a 600-foot range. You're fine.
Fine. Yeah. Okay. So I'll go ahead and take the shot.
Cool. Go for the attack. A 22 will hit for 29 damage. Watch that health bar. Adran, you see the arrow goes slicing through the air between the hills and slam into this creature's shoulder. It grunts, looks down like, huh? Thía, anything else for you?
So I think I'm gonna go the roundabout way to get to Dell.
Okay.
Because I just wanted them to think that they might be having to deal with more people. So I'm gonna go ahead and do another stealth check. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to have that on
That's
advantage.
okay. Either result would have resulted in the same.
And then I'm going to move backwards. So that's
Okay.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and I'm going to use my bonus to move that far.
If you're using your bonus to stealth, you won't be able to use your bonus to move that far.
Oh, that's true. Sorry about that.
No worries.
Let's see. I was here, so that's 10, 20, 30, 40 is... no, 30 is how, because it's 35, so right there.
Okay. So Thía takes a shot and then does her trademark duck out of sight. Adran, you can see that the piggish tusked creature that took the hit seems annoyed but not overly concerned about the damage. What would you like to do, sir? I will point out, you don't see the hilt of Sanguine nonetheless anywhere.
I don't.
It was in your hand the last you knew, but then there was that massive concussive thunder blast of magic, and, well, you're not sure where you are or it is. You still have your shield.
I could always bonus try summoning it.
You can do that. Is that what you wish to do?
I do wish to do that.
Bonus action. Sanguine nonetheless suddenly appears in your hand. It's kind of got like a wet glisten to it, almost as though it was recently buried in snow that rather rapidly melted.
Ugh. Well, it's a good thing I have you.
And what would you like to do, sir?
I'm going to use a magic missile on this guy right here in the middle.
The one in the middle? You see that he is wearing tattered robes made of various furs, and he's got like bone necklaces and tiny skulls on wristbands of leather around his arms, as well as his staff.
Yeah, I figure he's the head honcho guy.
All right, cast your magic missile, sir.
All right.
At what level, sir?
Oh, level 2.
Very well.
And one of those is gone. And magic missile firing.
So that's going to be 5 times 4 is 20.
20.
Four tiny minuscule daggers go zipping out from your hand and slam into the creature for 20 points of damage.
Good job.
Very good.
Thank you.
Anything else you want to do, sir? Do you want to move?
Yes. I would like to move forward.
Okay. You are currently in
Let's
difficult
see.
terrain.
Well, let's see. I am going 10, 20, and 30.
Excellent.
Now, before I go any further, I am going to use my action surge.
Ooh, okay.
And then I'm going to use my spell Longstrider.
Ah. So you now have a movement speed of 40 feet.
Yes.
Nice choice.
Thank
And
you.
good recall that you already used your bonus action.
Yeah.
So you now have your shield on your arm and Sanguine nonetheless in hand, though there's no blade to it as yet.
Right. But now with my new action, I still can move.
Correct. You have 10 feet
Alright.
of movement remaining. And
Let's
you're now
see.
in normal terrain.
Normal terrain. Let's go 5, 10, down here. There we go. Because
Alright.
I'm trying to get myself directly in between Dell and the weird pig people.
Understandable. I believe that's it for your turn, sir?
That is it for my turn.
Okay. In that case, it's now Varin's turn. Looking at the situation below and seeing that many creatures heading for that few of my allies and Dell still trapped, Varin is going to thrust out his empty hand, and Adran, you see green energy coalescing down Varin's arm and pooling in his hand, and he yells out in Elvish, Grow! As soon as my character catches up with me, Varin casts Plant Growth as an action. And puts it right there. And eventually my system will work with me. So all the plants in that red aura, bear in mind this only affects plants, not the dunes, not the hills of sand. But the plants all within that red aura suddenly become thick, overgrown, carpeting the ground, and very, very difficult terrain. And then Varin adds, "Sorry, Adran," before zipping down to this position. These are surprised by our revelation. Del is also surprised. And that concludes round 1. Surprise is now over. Thía, what would you like to do? You are currently hidden. Are you there?
I cannot hear her.
Oh, sorry, I forgot I was muted.
Oh
no. So I think what she's gonna do is she's gonna stay hidden, and she's going to use her bonus and her action to get as far as she can, and I believe I can get that far.
Okay. I will accept that with a quick double check. Eventually.
I went in between the two hilltops, so...
Okay. Yeah, for some reason when I do the check your trail history by hitting X, for some reason it just shows a direct path. It doesn't actually show your actual path. Weird. Alright. In order to stay hidden, I will allow you to go there, but in order to stay hidden, it's only going to work if you go prone.
Okay.
Because you're kind of on the slope of sand, so to speak.
Okay.
But
do you want me to roll in acrobatics or something?
I'll let you keep your stealth check. And there's no check required to go prone. You just kind of drop.
And she probably did it before she rounded the corner of the one top of the...
Probably, in order to stay hidden.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I'll allow you to crawl that far. That's fine with me. Alright, is that it for you, Thía?
Yeah.
Okay. You now have much better line of sight. You can see that the valley below us has suddenly become overgrown with plant life in the last 6 seconds.
Yeah. Well, it looks like I'll be able to get to Del the next turn.
Probably.
Try to help him with those things he's
manacles,
caught in.
or the manacle.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has one arm free. That's it. Adran, it's your turn. You're now in the area of plant growth and in the plant life, which means 1 foot costs you 4 feet of movement. So to move 1 square costs you 20 feet. So without dashing, but with long strider active, you can move 2 squares.
Oh, that's better than nothing, I guess. Well, before I move anywhere, I am going to use one of my spell slots and ignite my sanguine nonetheless.
What would you like your damage type to be? Force, acid, or fire?
I would still like it to be... Oh, actually, I want to change it to force.
Force it is. An invisible humming noise protrudes from the hilt, and you can feel the vibration in the handle, though you cannot see the blade itself.
I can almost envision being a very, very thin cyclone.
Nice. So that's your action and a spell slot spent. What would you like to do now?
I would like to Ugh. Trudge. Ugh. Through.
Now,
Okay.
Now, since so you're not actually casting a spell to activate Sanguine nonetheless. You're just expending energy. So you could cast a spell with a bonus action for Expeditious Retreat,
Oh.
and then
right,
move another
could.
2 squares.
Then yes, I will do that then.
Okay, I'll mark you as concentrating if you'll spend your spell slot, sir.
All right. I don't have many spell slots left.
You're going through them quick.
Oh well, it's all worth it. I don't want Del to die.
Right? Being a young kid, he probably does not have a lot of hit points.
Nope.
Okay.
But I can take a hit.
Oh,
or
you
two.
certainly can. Is that as? Did you actually move your next 2 squares? I didn't notice.
I did not.
Okay. So you're concentrating on Expeditious Retreat. You can move in. You can move again.
There.
Are
I
you
don't want to
moving?
get too close to those trees with the spikes in them.
Are you moving towards the piggish creatures?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. Anything else for your turn, sir?
That is it for me.
Very well. We move to Varin. So Varin has his bow in hand. He sees 2 wounded enemies on the field, but there's one very clear target. Thank you, Thía. Since these aren't real trees, I'm not going to say that grants any sort of cover. Varin is going to snap out 2 shots from his longbow. Uh, 22 will hit for 10, and the 14 actually misses. I need to check something. Misses. Okay, so the first shot is going to hit that leading piggish creature. The second shot just manages to catch that last one in the back. I'll ping him as soon as I can. The one right behind the one you blasted with magic missile, Adran.
Ah.
So I'll put Colossus Slayer on that first hit for the wounded target. As soon as I find Colossus Slayer, there it is. Oh goodness, so that 10 becomes 18.
Nice.
Thank you, Colossus Slayer. I knew I liked you for a reason. And it catches that last piggish creature. My second shot does, but only, given the angle, it's only going to be a glancing blow. So 5 instead of 10.
Not too bad.
And then Varin is going to move again and plant himself right here using Land Stride. Alright, it is finally the piggish creature's turn. This one in the back is going to move around his companion. So that's 20. Then it's going to use its action to dash. So 20, 40, 60. And then it's going to use its bonus action to dash. 20, 40, 60. And gets that far. Roaring in outrage in your general direction, Adran, spittle flying from its tusks. Thía, in the valley below
Bring
you.
it on.
Sorry, Adran?
Bring it on.
Thía, in the valley below you, the woman with the short cropped hair and the heavily scarred head. She's going to dash. Hang on, where is she? There she is. Might help if I grab the right token. So that's 20, or yeah, 20, and then 25, no, 30, because she's moving on to the sand. 30, 40, 50. So she uses her action to get this far, and she pulls out, where is she? A great big double-headed axe, placing one hand on Dell's shoulder, and says something that neither you nor Dell understand, but the tone implies something like reassurance. That's it for her turn. Where is this guy? There he is. 20, 40, 60. Then that's for the dash. And then 20, 40. Wait. Dash, and then bonus action dash. 20, 40, 60. There we go. Where's this guy? Okay.
That last guy you moved looks like he got stuck in a bush.
Kind of did. That's the token I use for plant growth.
Nice.
I'll try and fix that here in a moment. Where is it? There it is. The heavily wounded piggish creature. Wait, hold on. $20, 40, 60. Uses its bonus action to dash. Can't get quite within range for what it was thinking of doing. So instead, he raises his face to the clear sky above and utters a challenging roar, a battle cry of fury. Okay, that's all he can do with his turn. Where is this guy? There he is. 20, 40, 60, dashing with a bonus action, and it's going to use its action to hurl a javelin towards you, Adran.
Ooh.
Ranged weapon attack at normal, which I left on. Okay, so I accidentally left it on Whisper, but I get a 22 to hit you with the javelin, sir. I assume that doesn't hit.
What is my... Oh! My shield deflects it.
There's a ringing noise as the javelin smacks against your shield. Does not shatter, but your arm feels kind of bruised from the impact.
Ow.
Dell looks up at the stranger who's got a hand on his shoulder, kind of looks confused. Being a drow and now in sunlight, he's kind of having a hard time, well, seeing. They don't do good with bright light. He continues trying to chip away at the manacle, but to no avail. $20, 40, 60. 20, 40, 60. $20, 40, 45. 40, no, not 45, 50. 60. That's its bonus action to dash, and that's going to use. Let's see. How far are you from that last one who just moved? 40 feet. It is also going to attack you with a javelin, sir. And I get a crit.
Yep, that's gonna hit me.
For 9 piercing damage, and I need a Constitution saving throw. Fortunately, you have 10 temporary hit points.
Oh wait, did you say 9 piercing damage?
Yes.
Oh, gotta use up my temporary hit points.
Preferably, but I still need a Constitution saving throw for Expeditious Retreat. That's a fail. Expeditious Retreat goes away. Still, you've placed yourself rather advantageously. I'm not sure if you wanted to move closer, but it seems like they are intent to meet you.
Well, they've already lost their javelins. Now they just need to deal with me and my sanguine.
And seeing that he hit you, the piggish creature roars in hideous delight. Now for the one that you blasted with magic missile. Okay, where's my? There it is. Excuse me. Adran, a spear suddenly appears floating next to you.
Uh-oh.
That's a bonus action. And it's going to... attack you with the spear attacks, but gets a nat 1. Digging into the soil, into the strange soil at your feet.
Okay, that's not good.
And then he dashes. That's it for his turn. This guy way far in the back, 20, 40, 60, dashes with a bonus action, 20, 40, 60 with an action. And Thía, the male who came charging along with the female from the northeast, looks around at the situation, lifts his head, utters his own roaring battle cry, and charges 20, 40, 60 up the valley towards Varin and Adran, waving his shield overhead as he draws his sword, laughing in fury and joy. That's all he can do with his turn. And the final piggish creature. Where are you? There you are.
I hear a distant laughing, and I sure hope he's on my side.
20, 30. 30, bonus action dash. 40. 50. 60. And this one actually gets to attack you with advantage, sir.
Uh-oh.
I get a 22 to hit with another thrown javelin.
Ping, up against my shield.
Alright, top of the round to Thía. Please make sure you're
my
unmuted.
Arm bruised.
Okay, so I should be able to make it to Del with a bonus.
Yes, I would agree with you. Through difficult
So
terrain.
I'll get there with my bonus, and then
Yes.
as my action, can I try to free him from the manacles?
Do you have a crowbar? Or pickaxe? Anything that you could use to lever or apply force?
Let's see. I have a shovel.
I'll allow you to bash at it. How's that? I can't picture the blade of a shovel being enough to get into a manacle tight into someone's wrist.
I don't know
Okay,
about
so
you, but I can
there's
dig
no locks on it then?
There are no locks on it. It looks like it was affixed to the table either through magic or some other means. You're not entirely sure at the moment. But you can try and...
I take it we're all...
Sorry, go ahead, sir.
I take it we're all just going to ignore my last comment.
What was your comment? I couldn't hear you.
I don't know about you, but I can dig it.
I'm sorry, I hadn't heard you. Yeah, I was trying to see if I had like a crowbar or something, and it's like I have an iron pot, I have a shovel.
Alternatively, you could try digging at the wooden surface of the table and see if you can pry it up with an athletics check.
Yeah, okay, I'll do that.
Okay, no advantage because it's not a crowbar and you're basically trying to dig into wood, but you can give me an athletics check. Oh wow, yeah, you actually sink the shovel real deep. Apparently panic lends strength to your limbs.
Nice.
With a wrenching pop, you do wrench about half the manacle halfway up. They'll might be able to squeeze free on his next turn.
Cool.
As you pop up right next to the woman, basically out of nowhere from her perception, she kind of starts back, raises her weapon, but then she realizes that you kind of have similar features to the child on the table, and also sees what you're doing and does not attack at you. Does she?
Yeah, I kind of figured because she was trying to be nice that she wasn't my enemy, so like she has an axe, maybe she'll try to help.
Right.
Yeah. So I think that's my turn.
Seeing what you do, she looks at you with these burning, brilliant, fury-filled eyes, and gives you she doesn't look away from you, but she nods down at you. She towers above you, but she nods at you in a gesture of respect. Adran, you are no longer concentrating on expeditious retreat, so I'll take that off of you. It is your turn, sir.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. The only thing I have is something with a little bit of range. So, I'm going to look at this guy.
Okay.
And give him a little bit of a firebolt action.
Go for it.
Here we go.
Whenever you find it.
Nice.
And 18 will certainly hit for 13 fire damage. Nice.
Haha.
Did you also want to move towards them?
Well, yes and no. But, yes, mostly.
Fair enough.
So there's 1 and 2.
So you could drop Sanguine nonetheless, pull out a dagger, and make an extra attack throw.
You know, I completely forgot about that.
You do have a dagger.
I will do just that.
Okay.
I'll drop Sanguine nonetheless.
And he's just within thrown range. He's just within your thrown range.
Okay.
So you're making the attack at normal.
I'm making the attack at normal.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on. Pull up my sheet. There we go. And now this is my bonus action, right? My dagger.
You have, I believe it's called War Magic feature.
Yes.
Which allows you to make one weapon attack as a bonus action when you cast a cantrip with an action.
Yes.
Alright, so yeah, you're using your bonus action to throw your dagger at the charging pig-faced thing.
Well, catch, buddy.
He's going to catch that for 9 piercing damage right in his left chest. He howls in fury at you. Well played, sir.
Huh. Now I'll just have to wait until my next turn so I can bonus action my sword to my hand.
And go on the attack. Alright, so that's it for you, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Varin. What is Varin going to do?
I don't mind if you take him out.
Fair enough.
Or the other guy that conjured up a spear.
Right. All things considered. So do you actually yell that back at Varin?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Oh, what do you know? I've got near perfect line of sight on that guy. The one who
Great.
conjured up the...
I'm not in that line.
And you're not in that line.
Not at all.
Hearing your call, Varin is going to use a bonus action and expend one use of a charm he has, which I forgot to add a counter for. Charm of Teeth, which lets Varin cast Hail of Thorns as bonus action. And I'll attack that caster that you pointed out to Varin. Yelling at you, I see him, I'll get him! First attack. I should probably be on... There we go. Yeah, 29 to hit is gonna hit. Pretty sure. So that's Colossus Slayer. And the target of my attack and every creature within 5 feet must make a dexterity saving throw against my spell save DC. Which is what exactly? My spell save DC is 15. So that means 2 saving throws, 2 dexterity saving throws. Against 15. Well, that's one fail. They both fail. How unfortunate for them. They are both going to take a D10 of piercing damage. So my target takes 11 plus 3, becomes 14 damage. And then the guy next to him takes 3 damage. So that was my first shot. And I'm going to shoot at him again. Shocker, I know. 27 to hit. Deals 13 damage. And the creature drops to the earth with 2 arrows protruding, 1 from each eye socket.
Oh, that's gotta hurt.
And that spectral spear suddenly goes away. That enough help for you, Adran? I snarl at your back.
Perfect, thank you.
And then I see the big burly figure out of the corner of my eye rushing towards you, Adran. And I was like, Uh-oh. And all of a sudden, right at your side. Still with my longbow in hand. $20, 40, 60 dash with bonus action, and attacking this time Varin with advantage. A 10 goes soaring over Varin's head. He did not expect Varin to move that quick, that fast. The female next to you, Thía, is going to move up alongside and raise her great big axe. If my character sheet will open up. There we go. She utters something at you. You don't know what. And swings down on the manacle. Missing. Chopping deep into the wood of the table, though. Then and she kind of seeing that she kind of shrugs like, one way or another, it'll work. And that is it for her turn. There we go. 20, 40. So bonus action to dash, and all of a sudden, this pig-faced creature is right next to you, Adran.
Hi, how's it going?
And attacking you with advantage, it pulls out a rather large-looking axe.
Oh boy.
I get a 22 to hit.
King off of my short.
You're gonna be really sore on that spot of your arm come the morning.
I already am really sore.
And then he roars at you, spit flying all over your face.
Yeah.
Alright. 20, 40, wait, hold on.
Go ahead, give me an opportunity of attack. I'll take you
60,
down.
20, 40, 60. Ignoring both of us, this creature handily goes around you, Adran, and goes charging after the group in the back.
Coward.
Roaring out something of a command.
I want my knife back.
Actually, you know what? With a contemptuous snort, he rips your dagger out of his own chest, and then just, well, paws it. He keeps hold of it.
I'm almost imagining that he's just like pulls it out of his chest, looks at it, and puts it in his pack like it's mine now.
It's mine now. You drew my blood with it, now it's mine. This one that just moved up close.
I'll be back for my dagger.
It's going to hurl a javelin at Varin. Getting a crit.
Oh!
Varin's going to use his gloves of missile snaring reaction. Try and reduce some of that damage. Where is it? Oh, I can actually take this one off. Maybe. I kind of forgot that I don't have Mummy Rot anymore, but it's still on my character sheet. I get a 10, which reduces the damage to a -1. But kind of knocks the wind out of me. I'm gonna say, even though I don't take damage, I'm gonna have disadvantage on my next attacks as a result of kind of like, air, I don't have air. All right, so Del, he's going to attempt to slip out of the chopped up and torn up wood that you two have, provided him. Gets a nat 20. He slides out with near perfect grace.
Yay.
And brandishes the dagger that Nanny Agatha stabbed into his shirt. Looks around. Thía? Where are we?
I don't know.
Oh boy. That was his action. He's going to use his movement. So for perspective, he's about half your height, Thía. He's still very much a child. Recognizing the muscles of the woman next to him and the skill that you bring with your longbow, and the fact that he has a dagger and no armor, he's going to wisely slip behind you both. Showing wisdom uncommon for a child his age.
Or rather, he's been through something rather traumatic and got reality slammed into him.
Right?
Today he will become a man.
Or he will try to live another day. Following his leader's commands, this pig-faced creature is going to go head after him. This one. 10. 20. 30. 10. 30. 10, 20, 30. Wait. 10, 20, 30. There we go. Using action and bonus action to dash through the difficult terrain of the sand, this pig-faced creature is closing very rapidly. Seeing the difference of running on sand versus running through this carpet of plants, 10, 20, 30, 10, 20, 30, 10, 20,
30?
30, there we go. Trying to figure out where he could actually go. Wait. Did I move someone out of order? I guess not. Oh, wait. Okay, no, okay, good. Yeah, better. So the big fellow with the Chimera cloak sees these two closing but somewhat more slowly, and then these two to the north closing slowly but more rapidly. So he's going to go to meet them. Actually, 20. And he's going to ready an action to attack the first enemy that comes within range. Actually, does he have a weapon that he can use? Let me check. Oh, he does have a weapon he can use. So instead of doing that, he's actually going to pull out his own spear. Pull out? Oh, he had it. I'm confused on words. Okay, sorry about that. He's going to throw the spear he held, pull out a second spear, and then throw it at the leading pig-faced creature. Uh, 17 is going to hit for 12 and drop it stone cold to the ground. There we go. The second spear is going to miss. Top of the round. Thía. Looks like you've got company on the way. What would you like to do?
Well, just gonna shoot at this guy right here in front of Adran.
Okay. With everything you've been doing, you're not gonna have advantage.
Yeah, I kind of figured, but I'll still get sneak attack because he's next to one of my allies.
Very good. Go for the attack. I'm on the wrong screen.
Does a 16 hit?
A 16 does indeed hit. Give me sneak attack. That is 19 points of damage. Where do you want your shot to go? Or like, how do you want it to go around Adran? Because it is kind of in the way. So which direction does it go around him?
Oh, just zing it over my shoulder. I don't mind.
It goes like in this space between his shoulder and where his shield is, like keeping him protected.
Okay. It goes zipping right through that small narrow gap, Adran, slams into the pig-faced creature's eye and drops it dead.
I'm glad she's on my side.
Anything else for you, Thía?
No, that's it, because I don't want to leave him by himself.
Okay.
So.
Excellent. Hang on, my computer's going slow again. Okay. Adran, there we go. It's now your turn, sir. You are no longer right next to an enemy.
No. But I did turn around and look at the guy who took my dagger,
Yeah.
and I pull out my femur.
Oh. Go for it. What's the?
And I cast paralysis on him.
What is the saving throw for that?
I believe the saving throw on that one is 15 DC or 15 AC.
15 DC or DC 15. Excuse me. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Sorry, give me 1 second. Ignore that roll. There we go. He does succeed with his Constitution saving throw.
Oh, man. But then I do take my bonus action and summon Sanguine nonetheless to my hand.
Dropping your staff to the ground. Your bones, your femur staff. Okay.
Yeah.
So your Sanguine nonetheless is once again in hand. Nicely done. Did you want to move anywhere, sir?
Well, knowing that these guys use a lot of stepping and moving, and that's as far as I move.
Okay, kind of making yourself a more easy target then. Obstruction.
Yes.
Okay. In that case, it's now Varin's turn. Excuse me. Varin spins around with a snarl and is going to attack that wounded leader to the south with disadvantage because of his lost breath.
Yeah.
I hit with a 26 and Colossus Slayer. Eventually. There it goes.
How does he drop?
I deal him 10 points of damage. System, work with me here. There we go. And he's still alive.
But bleeding.
But very badly wounded. So Varin, shrugging, is going to shoot at him again. You'll drop eventually. 13, however, goes winging over his shoulder, slicing off some of the long tangled hair, but not hurting him. You handled those two.
Only the next attack, or both, or the?
I was gonna
for
have
your whole
both.
turn.
For the whole turn. After this, I'll be back at normal. And then I'm going to reposition myself right in front of them. Well, the pig-faced creature right in front of you, Adran, appreciates the fact that you came to greet him, and it's going to swing its big, heavy axe at your face.
Let's dance.
Getting a 9 to hit, sliding, the attack angles off your shield with a hideous metallic scraping noise.
He greets you with the language of his people, but you can tell he's not being polite.
Oh, he's definitely not. Quite a violent language. So the female next to you, Thía, looking down at you both and seeing just, for lack of a better description, the difference in physical build, is going to step into this 20, 40, 60, dashing with her action, and is going to interpose herself. So if anything comes towards you two, it has to get past her first. With her great axe raised in a ready position.
Aww.
This is getting interesting.
We have the nicest friend.
Who is a complete stranger. The leader. What is he gonna do? Adran, please roll me a d6.
D6 coming up.
Thank you, sir. Okay. 20, 40, 60, bonus action, and then action. No, regular movement. No. Derp, 20, 40, 60. And that's as far as he can go. He sees this blonde-haired male here, and is just like, you. I want you. Where's this guy? He's going to move up and attack you with his own giant axe.
Oh boy.
Getting a 24 to hit.
Oh gosh, my arm is bruised. Ow.
It definitely
does not hurt me.
aches. They are battering at you, and their hits hurt. There is.
I feel like I have to put my other hand up and brace the shield. I'm just like, ow.
You do indeed. It hurts. Dell, looking around, licks his lips, and he's going to take the dodge action. And stay behind you, Thía. Just kind of like, I don't understand what's going on. I'm not sure what I can contribute, so I'm just going to try and stay unhurt. So that's Dell's turn. Sorry.
That's a very sound plan. Yeah.
Right? Okay. 20, 40, 60. And this guy is going to greet me in its native tongue with a giant axe. Getting a 21 to hit. Yeah, that's going to hit. And Varin can't do anything about that. So Varin's going to take 5 damage to his temporary hit points.
Hey, at least they're temporary.
Right? Okay, so that's that's that. Okay. 10, 20, and then jumping. Yeah, can definitely make that. And is going to attack the now unarmed male right there. There it is. With its giant axe. Getting a 16 to hit, which is going to hit. Ow, I just popped an egg. Dealing 9 slashing damage to that stranger.
Oh no.
The stranger laughs with a deep, bellowing roar that echoes off the sandy dunes and even shakes some of the sand loose, and is going to attack that piggish creature that just slammed him with its axe. 1, 2, 3 times.
Jeez.
Punching at it, missing, spinning around and driving his elbow into the piggish creature's face for 5 damage,
What?
and then slamming its shield in a vicious uppercut that does hit and kills the piggish creature in a spray of broken teeth and blood.
Can I have a shield like that?
And then he moves to meet, still unarmed except for his fist and shield, the biggest creature that came charging towards him. It's like, I just dealt with one of yours, now I'm going after you. This guy is going to 10, 20, 30, bonus action, 10, 20, 30. Action, 10, 20, 30.
30.
Alright, top of the round. Thía, to you.
I'm gonna stand on the table.
Okay,
And then I'm gonna attack that one.
go for it. No advantage, but you do get sneak attack if you hit. Oh yeah, that'll hit.
Nice.
Oh my goodness! You dealt it double the hit points it had at full health.
Well, you know, at least it's dead.
Oh, it's very dead. As it drops, Varin looks back over his shoulder at you and snarls, "That was mine!" Anything else for
Well,
you,
you can
Thía?
finish another one.
Anything else for you, Thía?
I think that's it.
Okay. Adran, you have 2 dance partners. What would you like to do,
Yeah,
sir?
I know. It takes 2 to tango, but 3 is kind of a crowd. I take my sanguine nonetheless.
You
and
also
attack
take an
this
inspiration
guy.
point.
Oh, I thank you.
You're welcome. Who are you going after? I didn't see anything. Okay.
I attack
one
the guy on
immediately
the right.
Okay, go for it.
All right.
With your blade of invisible force.
Can't wait to see what happens here.
25 is going to hit for 11 damage. Before you do anything else, I need to have it make a con save. Okay, it is not killed instantly by that blow. It is still standing on its feet, but is very badly hurt. What would you like to do next, sir?
I'd like to use my second attack on this guy here.
Okay, go
on
for
the
it.
Left. Here we go.
You get a 19, which hits for 10 damage. Nice. I believe that's it for your turn. Am I right?
Well, I can move.
True. Where would you like to
And
move?
I choose to move this side so that Varin, as I'm shouting towards him or kind of over my shoulder, "Hey Varin, open season!"
Alright.
And that ends my turn.
The guttural noise that comes from Varin's throat sounds, well, oddly out of character, as he swings up his longbow, no longer with disadvantage because he's finally got his breath back, and is going to target the one now immediately north of you, sir. Getting a 29 to hit for 13 damage and killing it outright. And then second shot going after your other dance partner. Getting a nat 1. I should have put Colossus Slayer up. Oh well. The arrow goes zipping by and sticks in that strange looking thorny tree. And then Varin is going to interpose himself right there, and that concludes his turn. That guy is now very dead. There we go. Can she?
That would have been great if you took down that other guy.
Right? 10, 20 would have to dash. The female is going to move up, but does not close any further than that. Just getting more room between these creatures and Thía and Del. Alright, so this piggish creature right here is going on the attack against the blonde chimera cloak wearing fellow with its own huge axe.
Wow.
Getting a 13 and a 9, both of which missing, battering against the stranger's shield. Your current dance partner, Adran, roars at you in fury and blood, frothing its drool, and swings at you with its great axe, getting a 24 to hit.
Shield takes it, but then my arm is still killing me.
Yeah, you might have problems using that arm for anything else. Del is going to continue dodging, staying on his feet. And now it's the stranger's turn. And he just grins.
Shield, 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 shield.
And he's going to start with a shield. Driving it into the piggish creature's throat with a punishing blow. And it's still alive. So he spins around and slams his elbow towards the piggish creature's throat as well, getting a 24 to hit, dealing 5 damage, and killing it. Wrong button.
You're an inspiration to all of us.
And then he moves this way to lend Varin support, but that's as far as he can move. Meanwhile, this fellow is going to attack Varin with its Great Axe. Getting a 13, Varin jumps over the low swinging blade, and it just slams into the sand at his feet, missing. Top of the round, we're at round 6. Thía, you're up.
She's going to scan for other enemies. She feels that if she doesn't allow Varin to kill the one in front of him, we might not like the consequences.
Please give me a perception check. I assume you mean you're taking the search action?
Yeah, I might as well just make sure that that's the last of them.
Fair enough. Go ahead and give me a perception check. Nice. You don't see anything else approaching, but those sounds of battle that you heard before, it's coming from the north and slightly west of our position. And as you listen, you can hear one particular cry, something that sounds like surprise and despairing hope, followed by a ringing low chime that vibrates through the air.
Huh.
And both of these two strangers that came to Dell's aid, they both kind of look up and away in that northwesterly direction with tension in their shoulders and an expression of sudden panic. Anything else for you, Thía?
Nah, she's just gonna stay there and be ready to follow the other two to help them, because it sounds like it might be their people that needs help.
Fair enough. Adran, it is your turn, sir.
I face off with my dance partner.
Go for it.
I take my blade from the left side and then following it all the way across my right.
Let's see the attack.
With this attack.
Getting a 17 to hit. How would you like to kill this piggish looking creature?
As I swing my blade, even though I cannot see it, there's a very thin red line that slices across his neck. And he stands there, motionless, for just a few moments. And then the head slowly falls off his left shoulder, plopping down into the brush.
Nice.
And then his body slowly just falls that same direction.
Clunk and clunk. Nice. Anything else you want to do with your turn, sir?
Oh. I'm just gonna move back over here because I'm pretty sure that's where my staff of paralysis was dropped.
I would agree, yes. Excuse me.
Stand over it, make sure that I don't forget it.
Excellent. I don't think there's any weapons you have available right now to do any extra attacks with.
Nope.
Okay. Alright, if that concludes your turn,
That does.
Varin drops his longbow and yanks out his short sword. Getting a 23 to hit, 9 damage. That hits. And then stabbing again. Getting a 25 to hit for 7, and Colossus Slayer.
Nice.
Dealing 11 points of damage. So Varin yanks out his short sword, stabs twice into this creature's throat, grabs its hair, and rips its head from its shoulders. It
Wow.
dies. rather abruptly and violently from full health. And then Varin
Remind me never to be on your bad side.
And Varin just kind of stands there, staring down at the dead body, head in hand, dangling by its own hair, sword gripped in his other hand, just panting with vicious intensity. The two who came to Dell's aid look back to each other. They say something in a language unfamiliar to us. They look at the three of us and say something. We don't recognize what they're saying. Thía, Adran, and Varin can all give me insight checks.
Tell me your name, Hostman, and I shall give you mine.
Thía gets a nat 1. Does not make sense to her.
Oh
Nat
gosh,
1 for
no.
Adran.
I also get a nat 1.
This foreign language of yours is very confusing.
Varin takes a moment to take a steadying breath, shaking the blood from his sword and dropping the head, grabbing up his dropped longbow. Listens for a moment. Varin kind of frowns and responds, "Some of your words sound like Goblin," and Adran, I'm speaking now in Goblin to them, and both of them kind of turn to look at me like, "Wait, what?" expressions. And the person standing near me says, in Goblin, "We speak Goblin. Please, we cannot reach there in time. Can you go to northwest around the battle? Lend us further aid. We will take the young one to our camp, where he will be safe."
Varin,
What is it, Adran? Alright,
we
by the
just
way,
met these people, and for some reason, I feel like we should listen.
I look towards you, Thía. They're asking us to aid them. In exchange, they'll take Dell to their camp for safety and protection. Apparently, they can't reach whatever it is in time.
There was a chime that went off, and they seemed to tense up on the sound of it.
Adran, it's your call.
Yeah, I hear
Well,
a
Dell,
lot of
do you feel
noises.
comfortable going with them?
Dell looks up at them, like Dell's on the hillside, and he's still looking up at them. And he's like, considering what they just did, I feel fairly safe, yes.
So, Adrian, it's your choice.
Well, I think that guy should lend me his shield, and yes, we'll go into battle from here.
Yeah, do you answer that in Goblin, Adran, or Elvish?
Yes, I answer that in Goblin.
The big fellow grins back at you. "You've got a nice shield yourself, but this one is mine. If you want it, it'll be over my dead body." Or unconscious.
May that never be considered an option.
And the lady behind him gives him kind of a corrective glance. "Let's not be challenging them to a duel just yet," she admonishes, again in Goblin. This fellow right here, "I am Bakataman. Our camp is east and slightly north of here. When you have secured the Tamon Temple, come to us and let us know. We will keep the child safe. By my blood, nothing shall harm him."
In Goblin, I speak back to him. "You stand by your oath. We shall stand by ours. We shall help you."
Okay. So we will move to... Hang on. Alright, so we're not going to be using this map. Quick question for both of you. Do you want to continue? You want to press on, or do you want to take a quick 5 or 10 minute break?
Press on.
Thía?
Sure.
Okay. So we will move on, rushing through Varin has to help both of you basically through the, suddenly clogged up area of plants. But once past that, we get to the top of the hills and we finally see the site, the source of all the battle sounds we've been hearing. There is a massive battle going on between a huge group of those piggish type creatures, and they're not, some of them are similar to those two who came to our aid, and some of them are very different. Some are short, some are tall, some have scales, some have hair, some have horns, some have tendrils, and they're just a conglomeration of strange races engaged in very, very mortal combat against the piggish, tusk-faced creatures. The piggish creatures are between the conglomeration of races and a curious structure. Rising no higher than the dunes which surround it, this structure is topped with a broad dome lowering nearly to the ground. As we draw nearer, we see that the door stands open between twin enormous columns made of some glossy black stone. The veranda is paved with an unfamiliar dark stone, and we can see through the doors, which are slightly agape, that the inside floor is decorated with interconnected inlaid patterns. The interior is quite dark, and there is a body on the veranda. And I will move us to the next map. Slowly and eventually.
I'm just wondering from where we're standing and seeing all this, am I able to take my my little telescope and view further?
Kind of like on approach to the site, or what?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that. Enough to see, with your telescope, I will say that as we're approaching that you see, just disappearing into the darkness of the interior, strange cloaked figures. You don't see anything of their bodies, you just see cloaks and hoods moving into the structure.
Got it.
The body on the veranda, there is still blood dribbling down from its body, but from this distance you're not sure of its actual condition. I will add us to the map. 1 second, please. What's our order of approach, sir? Who's front, middle, rear? How do you want to arrange us?
Let's see. I wouldn't mind being in front, knowing that I still have full health and still equipped with my shield.
Fair enough. And where do you
I'll
want?
be in front.
Yeah.
Varin, you be right behind me, and then Thía in the rear.
Okay, and as we're heading there, she's going to take some of her spare arrows out of and put in her main quiver, so she's fulled up.
Going to refill.
Okay.
Gotcha. What's going on here? Sorry, give me 1 second, everyone.
Got it.
Oh, I know what's going on here. Okay, come on. And based on what we've been asked and told, I assume we are skirting the big battle and just going straight towards the structure. Is that correct, sir?
I assume that's what they were saying.
Yes. And nearly got things arranged. Sorry. Oh, and before we continue, drum roll, please. Adran, you and Varin now have 64,661 experience points. We are both level 10.
Nice!
Thía, you now have 58,653 experience points. I put both the numbers in the chat.
Cool.
Adran, you can roll me a hit dice to determine your new hit point maximum.
Roll a hit dice. Come on. 11.
That definitely beats the average. That is the max. So your hit point max and your current hit points both go up by 11.
I'm at 79. My goodness.
I bet that feels good.
Yeah, it does.
You also get your martial archetype feature. Eldritch Knight, what do you get at level 10? You get a new cantrip, sir, and a new spell, and a new second level spell slot. So, the way I will have you do this, you'll get, let's see here, new second level spell slot? Yes, a new second, so you now have 3 second level spell slots. So you'll get one extra one currently. Hang on, what's going on here? Oh, right, you haven't actually, hang on. There we go. So now you have 2 current second level spell slots. You will eventually get to pick a new spell, but since we haven't had time for a long rest, not yet. But you can choose a cantrip.
Oh, I don't have my book in front of me.
I believe we discussed in private that you were going to take Minor Illusion.
Yes, I was going to do that.
Not a problem. I will add that post haste to your character sheet. Which is a good thing that you had us all hunt up some sheep, because you now have fleece, which is the material component. So, Minor Illusion is now added to your character sheet. You also gain Eldritch Strike. You learn how to make your weapon strikes undercut a creature's resistance to your spells. When you hit a creature with a weapon attack, that creature has disadvantage on the next saving throw it makes against a spell you cast before the end of your next turn. I will add that to your features and traits. And that is called Eldritch Strike.
Learn how to make your weapon strikes.
So you can read over that. Varin is now going to roll his hit dice. As usual, we'll go with the average if below average, or the result if it's higher than average. So that is the average roll for Varin. So 76 plus 7. 83. And I still have my 5 temporary hit points. Thank goodness. Because some of those hits could have been very painful. Also, what do I get at level 10? I get a Natural Explorer improvement and Hide in Plain Sight, but no additional spells. Given our apparent immediate surroundings for my Natural Explorer, I'm going to take the desert environment. That seems like a fairly wise choice at the moment. And Hide in Plain Sight. Where are you? It is. I can spend 1 minute creating camouflage for myself. I must have access to fresh mud, dirt, plants, soot, and other naturally occurring materials with which to create my camouflage. Once I'm camouflaged in this way, I can try to hide by pressing myself against a solid surface, such as a tree or wall, that is at least as tall and wide as you are. If I do so, I gain a plus 10 bonus to my stealth check, as long as I remain there without moving or taking actions, or reactions. If I move, take an action or a reaction, I must camouflage myself again to gain this benefit. There we go. Alright, so there is that. We're both now level 10. I bet that feels good.
That does.
Okay, so now we are on... Oh, that's weird. I don't see your hit points. Hang on 1 second, sir. There we go. With your telescope and your current position, sir, you can see inside. There is what looks like a fountain of water inside. It is currently burbling. The water seems to be glowing.
That's interesting.
Varin is going to step around you and it's going to move up to the figure. Varin kneels down, looking around himself, and as he examines the figure, looks back at you, shakes his head. Dead, and from the looks of it, with poison. Anything you want to add to that, sir?
You kind of dropped out a little bit. I didn't hear that last part.
I said that the fellow was dead and looks like was killed with poison. The throat seems to have been ripped open as well.
Well, that's not good.
Okay. Sorry, just double checking something. Eyeing the interior. We can see the fountain, the quietly burbling water, and the soft glow emanating from it. Adran, if you want to examine the body, you can do so with an investigation check.
Sure thing.
And while you do that, Varin is going to take an action to re-equip some arrows as well. How many do I have? Oh, wow, nice. It looks like the throat was not just torn. I need 16, okay. As you examine the wound, you find 2 very small puncture wounds.
Was that it?
In the throat. That is what you find.
Oh, okay.
The ripping open of the throat might have happened as a result of like a finishing blow that may or may not have been necessary. It's kind of a moot point, which killed the poison, the ripping open of the throat, or the 2 points and the 2 puncture wounds.
Right.
I will say they're about the 2 puncture wounds are about the distance between the 2 is about equal to, let's say, the width of 2 fingers from side to side kind of thing.
Looks almost like that of like a serpent.
16 arrows, so I have 44 remaining. And I now have a full quiver again. Taking a hint from you, Thía. Well, they asked us to go inside and clean it out, right?
Right.
Varin actually moves to go ahead of both of you. What were you going to say, Thía?
I was agreeing.
Ah.
We're supposed to clean.
Okay.
I'm assuming of enemies.
That is a fair assumption. Excuse me. Adran, do you have any specific instructions for how we go about this? Do you want us to proceed stealthily?
Yes, let's proceed stealthily.
All right, give me stealth checks.
All right.
Oh, that was
Varin
not a good
and
one.
Adran both get a nat 1 stealth. Thía gets a 16. That is really low for you. What happened there?
I rolled a 4.
Adran steps in, bumping the slightly open doors, creating a loud noise, and as Adran tries to avoid that, Adran bumps into the other door, both of us producing slight boom sounds.
And I'm between the two of you, so...
Do you want to start moving in?
Yeah.
Ow.
I give a grumbling.
Oh, ow. Oh.
And you can all give me a roll for initiative. As I quickly fix something.
Peachy.
Give me 1 second as I quickly fix something. And there we go. Alright. Sorry about that, everyone. Thía with 20, Adran with 11, and Varin with an 18. Excellent. And then...
Now, this was the room where the robed figures were entering.
Yes, that you saw through your telescope. By the way, did you actually mention that to us?
I thought I did. Did I not mention it to you guys? Well, if I didn't, there were robed figures in this room.
Wonderful. Okay. Sorry, give me 1 second.
You know, if we keep one of the robes, was it like a hooded robe?
Yes.
Yes, they were all
If we
hooded
can
robed.
keep one of them relatively intact, we can bring it back to, what's his name? Our village friend.
Bakatamon? Is that who you're referring to?
The guy we just got off the slab.
Oh, Dell. The child from our village.
Yeah, then that way he doesn't have to be so hurt by the sun.
Quite possibly. Alright, so, first up, Adran, please roll me 1d6.
Oh boy. Let's pull you over there, and then now I can easily access that.
Okay. The very first thing that happens is that the ground at Varin's feet suddenly explodes with plant life, vines and tendrils and fronds reaching up and grasping at Varin, trying to entangle and catch him up. Varin must make a strength saving throw, or else be restrained.
Don't roll a 1.
Say what?
Don't roll a 1.
The cool thing is, I have advantage on that. Thank you, Landstride. So, advantage, strength saving throw. Unfortunately, I don't beat the DC. Varin is suddenly restrained by the plants.
Well, he did better than rolling a 1, at least.
There is that. Not sure if it matters because I'm still restrained. Which means I have disadvantage on all attacks. I cannot move, and all attacks against me, I believe, have advantage. What in the... As I'm suddenly engulfed by all these plants. Disadvantage on dex saving throws, and yes, all attacks against me have advantage, and I have disadvantage on mine attack rolls. So that happens. Thía, you're up next.
That's not lovely. Can she pull out her dagger and try and help him out of the plants?
Let me check. I would say that if you wish to do that, it would grant Varin advantage, but Varin's gonna have advantage anyways. On his, wait, no, that's on my saving throw. Yeah, you'll grant advantage to Varin's attempt to break free if you wish to do that.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, so effectively you're taking the help action.
Right.
Varin then is going to use his action to try and break free. With a strength check. Which is not great. Nope. Oh, with advantage. My bad. Second strength check. Can I beat a 5? I can beat a 5, but unfortunately I remain restrained by the plants. And then this door up here bursts open.
Oh, lovely.
Second to try and do this. There we go. And then what comes through the door is a cloaked figure, but now with the hood thrown back. We can see that this figure walks on its hind legs, has 2 arms, but its head is that of a snake.
Well, that explains the kill.
You're a messy eater, dude.
And looking at the 3 of us, it's going to use its action. Let me check something. It utters something in a tongue, but what it says is lost. And Adran, you do sense it trying to use magic, but since we don't understand what it says, nothing seems to happen.
Yeah.
Adran, it is now your turn. I will say that 10 minutes have not yet passed. You still have Sanguine nonetheless active as a Force Blade.
Okay.
What would you like to do, sir?
Well, or the terrain in here is not difficult, I assume.
Only the ground immediately surrounding Varin. So basically where Thía is standing is difficult terrain.
Let's see. I still have Longstrider active.
You do indeed.
So, 1, 2, 3. That's what? 15?
Yes.
20, 25. I'm right in front of the guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I will attack him with my Sanguine nonetheless.
Go for it. Oh yeah, that'll hit for 9 damage. Nice. Alright, that's your attack.
Okay. And I'll use my second attack.
Go for it. Nat 1 misses. Anything else for you, sir?
I'm now brutally terrified.
Fair enough. And
I choose to just stay here.
Okay. Suddenly occurred to me that I can actually zoom in now, all things considered. The door immediately behind you also bangs open. There we go.
Oh, I feel like I'm gonna get flanked.
Seeing you, this snake-headed humanoid hisses a vile-sounding word at you and goes to attack.
Oh boy.
Bringing out a broad-looking scimitar.
Jeez.
And I get
Oh,
a crit
come on.
on the first attack, and then a
Crit.
7 on the second. So that is 7 damage for you, sir.
So yeah, 7 damage to me. Oh well. At least I leveled up.
Right.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm only at 73 hit points. Yes! That is not bad.
And then another snake-headed figure comes hissing out of that same door and raises
Oh,
its own
man.
broad-looking scimitar with a reverse curve to it.
Guys?
Getting a nat 1 and a 7 to hit.
Got lucky there.
— 15, 20, 25, 30. And that's as far as he can move, because I didn't think about where he was going at first. Alright. Adran, please roll me a d6.
No.
Yes, please.
No.
Oh, interesting. Varin suddenly chokes and feels himself starting to go stiff. And Constitution saving throw.
No.
That's a fail. You can see through the gaps in the leaves and vines, Varin's skin is starting to turn to stone.
No.
Thía, it's your turn.
Well, that's interesting.
Gawk!
Just go ahead and take a shot at that guy right there.
Okay.
Because if she hits,
You can fast hands put your dagger. Oh, pardon me. Fast hands put your dagger away. In direction, draw your bow and take the shot. A 15 definitely hits. Give me sneak attack. That is 24 points of damage. Watch that health bar. Nice shot. Anything else for you, Thía?
Yeah, she's gonna move this way and try to hide.
Okay. You don't.
Good luck hiding.
You're out of action, so you won't be able to hide.
That's true, but
Okay.
let's see. It was in difficult to train, so it's 10, 20.
Yeah.
I'll just move here. That way it's a little bit harder for the one guy to get to me.
Fair enough. That's the end of your turn. Varin snarls, thinks for a moment, and is going to pull out his longbow and make attacks at disadvantage.
That's fair.
Let me think. I'm gonna go after that wounded guy first. Did I put it on disadvantage? Yes, I did. Okay. So shot 1, shot 2. A 24 and a 13. Both hit. How is it I do better with disadvantage?
That's nice. I have a friend. The joke is if he, the joke was that if it's not disadvantage, he can't hit. I mean, there was one time he was rolling at advantage and had gotten 2 nat ones.
Oh gosh. That is a total of 28 damage, and that creature is now very badly wounded. And at the end of his turn, since I can't move anywhere, I have to make a Constitution saving throw. Oh, whoops, I left on a disadvantage. So we'll go with that 17, which is a success. And I am not turned to stone.
Oh, good.
What is going on here? This creature, who is now very badly wounded, sir, is going to swing at you with its scimitar. Actually, it's going to swing it once with its scimitar.
Scimitar that.
Getting a 7 to hit. And it suddenly lunges forward with its mouth spreading wide.
Cavities!
to hit.
Cavities!
You can see 2 protruding, dripping fangs in its mouth right before your shield interposes itself, seemingly of its own volition, though your arm aches sorely from the battering that it's been taking. And with that, sir, it's now your turn.
Okay, only because my hearing is so bad, I thought you said something that was very inappropriate.
I don't know what that might be, but we will continue. What would you like to do, sir?
We will continue. Oh, goodness. I kind of wish I could use one of my magic spells, because, oh my gosh, this would be oh so awesome. Because you know how I leveled up, I was given, what, 1 second level spell?
Yes.
Yeah. And I know exactly what spell I want to use, because it would give me such an advantage, especially in the situation that I'm in right now.
Alright, what is that?
Blur.
Okay, wait, do you have that?
That is a level 2 illusion. Concentration up to 1 minute.
Yeah.
Your body becomes blurred, shifting and wavering to all who can see you. For the duration, any creature has disadvantage on the attack rolls against you.
Unfortunately, you're not able to choose a spell yet until you take a long rest.
I know.
Sorry.
But that's the one that I so badly want. Especially in my situation, this would be a perfect time for it.
Right? Well, what would you like to do instead?
I'll attack the one that's practically wounded and about ready to die.
Practically dead? Go for it.
Yeah.
Don't miss it this time!
Now, my sanguine, nonetheless, is still active, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
With a force blade.
So. Which I do like the force blade.
I noticed.
Here we go. And attack 1.
That hits and sinks deep through its throat, dropping it.
And then I'll turn to the next one, facing east of me.
Okay, go for the attack.
And I'll give him an attack, and on your next turn, maybe you can use Colossus Slayer on it. I don't know.
We'll see if I'm able to.
Hey, 27.
27
yes.
will hit for 8 damage.
I'm loving this.
Nice. Anything else for you, sir?
This is great. Oh gosh, I don't think I can do anything else.
Okay.
I mean, I could move, yes, but that would trigger an attack. Nope. I'm just gonna stay there.
Okay. In that case, the one to your immediately south of you is going to swing its scimitar, getting a 20, and then bite at you, getting a 24.
Too close.
You can hear spit and poison sizzling on, splattering on your shield.
Ew.
And then the one to your immediate right is going to do the same, but it's going to bite first.
Go. Oh wait.
Get a 17 and an 18.
No, shoot.
How grateful are you yet for the massive amount of armor class you have?
I absolutely love my armor class.
Speaking of, it's now this guy's turn. He moves into the area of plants surrounding Varin.
Wait, where did he come from?
This doorway.
The door up north?
Yep.
Man.
And he gets to make attacks with advantage because I'm restrained.
Cherry picker.
So the 16 misses, and the 17 misses. I'm restrained in plant, and he still can't hit or bite me. I am well pleased. All right, Adran or Thía, one of you please roll a d6. Whoever wants. A 5. Oh! Okay. Varin is going to utter a hideous scream.
That sounds hideous.
And is going to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy.
As well as take 2d8 fire damage. Oh, that's a fail.
What?
As my blood in my body suddenly boils for a brief second. Varin takes 4 fire damage, reducing me to 1 temporary hit point. Alright, Thía, it's your turn.
Baron needs a vacation after all this.
That or he has someone who just really does not like you.
Thía, as you think about that, you notice Varin is standing near a source of water on stone in air.
Ah, bugger. Yeah. I'm imagining that Varin's not helping provide the ability to do sneak attack.
I'm restrained but not incapacitated, which means if you attack the guy next to me, you still get sneak attack.
Okay, I'm gonna do that then.
Excellent. Varin appreciates. With a crit. Oh, good shot. So sneak attack, you have 5d6 currently, which means you get an additional 30. Oh my goodness, so that is 54 plus 15. You deal 69 damage. How would you like to kill this creature?
Do it quickly.
Let's say that his mouth was still open from when he failed to bite, and it just like goes through the roof of his mouth.
Perfectly between its 2 protruding fangs.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
With such force that it lands on its back, quite dead over here.
Can anybody else say it? Overkill.
Overkill.
Fatality.
What's the phrase? Perfect win? Perfect, I forget. Flawless victory. That's the word I was looking for. Flawless victory. All right, Thía. What else would you like to do after that amazing kill?
She'll go ahead and step back in and be like, Varin, did you forget you're cursed?
Varin looks at you with something like fury and annoyance and just... No! I didn't forget that!
She'll nod over to the water.
Oh.
Look down at the stone.
Water. Stone. Anything else for you, Thía?
No, I think that's her turn.
Okay. Alright, so Varin's turn. I could try and get myself free, but there's a wounded target right over there. Unfortunately, let's see. I've got a little bit of a window where he doesn't have cover. So disadvantage.
My arm is still killing me.
Shot 1, shot 2. And that one misses everything, and the arrow shatters against the wall above the snakehead's face, or the snake face's head. But the second shot is a 26 to hit for 6 damage, and he's already wounded, so Colossus Slayer.
Yay!
You're welcome.
That becomes 9 damage. Get me out of this! Alright, oh, yeah. Adran, your turn.
Oh, swing. Sanguine.
Oh, that'll hit for 8.
Baby.
I'm loving the outcomes on this sword.
Right? And your next attack, sir? Same target or different?
And same target.
That hits for 13.
Oh, wow, 13. Even better.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm cutting him down to size.
Excuse me. This creature is going to disengage. Goes splashing through the pool. And that's it for his turn. The wounded.
And then there was one.
The wounded one is going to go after you, Adran. Rather shockingly. Scimitar and bite.
Let's do this.
An 8 and an 8.
What exactly were you trying to aim for? My sword or my shield?
Top of the round. Adran or Thía, whichever ones. These are only a d6.
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
Another door opens.
Nope, not yet at least. Oh, I left it on disadvantage again, my bad. The first result is a 13, which means I fail. Varin gives a shuddering gasp and takes 1 level of exhaustion as he briefly suffers the effects of dehydration. I have disadvantage on all ability checks. Alright, Thía, it is your turn.
Okay. So she'll use her bonus to disengage
Okay.
and like leave the building a bit.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use my inspiration to get advantage to attack him. So
Okay, go for it. With advantage and sneak attack if you hit. Oh, yeah, that'll hit. And that is 26 points of damage.
6.
Not quite bloodying it, but definitely hurting. Anything else for you, Thía? That's your action and your bonus and some of your movement.
let's see. I think that was all of her movement, though. Because right directly next to Varin is difficult terrain.
You have a little bit of movement left. You were standing right here, right?
Yeah.
So, get my ruler up. 10, 15, 20. So you've only moved 20 feet out of 35.
Okay, so that's 25, 30, and 35. Just so she's a little bit more out of his movement range, hopefully.
Fair enough. Alright. In that case, it's now Varin's turn. Panting, burnt, tired, and restrained. Do I try and break free and get out of this, or do I go on the attack?
I'm gonna try to break free.
Probably a good call. So, strength check at disadvantage. I get a 7, and I remain where I am. That's it for Varin. Adran, your turn.
Alright. I'm gonna use my inspiration point so then I can attack with an advantage.
Mm-hmm.
But this one's gonna be a little different. Because even though I'm facing a guy in front of me,
Yeah.
I put my shield up and I swing my sanguine behind me, casting a firebolt at the guy behind me.
So you're casting Firebolt at this guy?
Mm-hmm.
It will be at disadvantage because you're making a ranged spell attack with an enemy within 5 feet of you.
Wait a second. This guy right here is the one that I'm attacking with firebolt.
Yes, but Firebolt is a ranged spell attack.
And you're in melee with someone.
Correct, which automatically imposes a
man.
disadvantage. Sorry.
Oh. Automatically?
Yep.
Okay, then
Yep.
can I take back my inspiration point?
If you use your inspiration point, then you're attacking at normal.
Okay. Well, then I'll do that then.
Alright, so make me a firebolt attack at normal.
Alright.
Oh, yeah, that'll hit.
Ha ha ha.
For 14
Nice.
fire damage. Burning him viciously. Alright.
And then, my second attack, I will be swinging from right to left and hitting the guy in front of me.
Go for it. Let's see if we can actually hit him. Yeah, you'll hit him with 9 damage. Nice. Slapping his face about with the force blade. Whack, whack, whack! Alright. Anything else for you, sir?
That'll end my turn.
Very well. Burnt and stung. So we're just going to go 10, 20, 30. And is then going to attack Varin with advantage. Getting a 22 and a nat 20.
Ouch.
Yeah. So there goes my last temporary hit point. Which means I take 3 damage for my normal. And then... Sorry. 9 piercing damage. And 16 poison.
Oof.
Ow. Ow!
You're gonna need a vacation, man.
Moving to the one facing you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Bite and scimitar.
Oh,
15 and a 20.
I saw the action on that thing. I thought it was gonna land on the nat 20, and then it quickly spun around from that D6 and turned into a 10. I'm like, oh, thank God.
Your arm feels like it might want to break from the battering it's taking through the shield.
Definitely took a bad reflex or a ricochet.
Yep. Top of the round.
Oh, it stings.
1d6, please. Oh, interesting.
Oh God.
Check something here. Okay. I just met the DC. Wind suddenly surges up around Varin, whirling about in a miniature cyclone, dealing Varin half damage because I succeeded, just barely. 6 points of bludgeoning damage. But failing to lift Varin from his feet and throw him in a random direction. I will say that it has the added effect of ripping up the plants that were holding Varin prisoner. Varin is no
So
longer
you're
restrained
free.
by plants. Thea,
Good.
you hear the howl of wind from inside the temple walls. You don't see what happened, but you do hear, "Oh, good!" from Varin.
We need to get that boy some mellow tea.
What would you like to do, Thea?
So she'll go to be inside again.
You immediately see that there's no plant life on the floor in front of you.
Oh, okay.
Varin is looking rather worse for wear.
Considering how bloodthirsty he's been of late, she's just gonna leave you to yours at the moment and attack the one over by Adran.
Fair enough.
I don't think he'll bite my head off for helping him out.
A 12. Your arrow goes in a lazy arc, looking like it's gonna miss, and just barely connects. Give me sneak attack. It looks like a lazy shot and only a glancing blow, maybe. But Adran, you see, thanks to your proximity, the arrow slams into this creature's face right between its eyes with 37 damage.
And then she's gonna take a step away from
Angry Varin.
From Varin. Yeah.
Okay. Anything else you want to do with your bonus action?
No, she's good for now.
Okay. Moving on. Varin is going to yank out his short sword. I don't know, we're good. And go to stab. Twice. 13 and 17. Both are gonna hit. So that's 20 plus Colossus Slayer. 25 points of damage. And it has to make a Constitution saving throw. There's a ringing ping as Varin's short sword digs through this creature's chest and scrapes off the wall behind it. And then Varin rips out the thing's heart on the point of his short sword. Don't.
Is it just me, or has
bite
Varin
me!
gotten a little too aggressive with some of his kills?
And then Varin is going to.
You do notice that Thía is not bothering with his enemy and it was taking a step away from him, right?
But if he did actually make his Constitution saving throw, I would have used a firebolt on him.
So Varin goes as far as he can, longbow and sword in each hand. We have killed these initial enemies. We are still close to this. Adran, what do you want to do?
Get away from that as far as we can, because we don't want to summon any more, elemental spirits.
Issues? Alright, where do you want to go, sir? There are two doors, one to the north and one to the south, that these snake-headed figures came from. There are also this door here, and this door here.
Let's go through the door that Varin is closest to.
Okay. You can use an interact. Yeah, hang on. There we go. Whoops. Come on, work with me here.
Use the right layer.
Yeah, right. Whoops. That did not work. Okay. Alright, sir. You open the door. You can push past Varin and go on through.
It's kind of a hallway.
It is indeed a very long, very narrow hallway. How far? Okay, you're gonna go further. Top of the round.
Let's see. I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what? 25, 30.
There you go.
Are these double doors?
Those
in
are
here?
double doors to your north. Thía.
I'm almost curious, but
So
say, yeah, sure, let's go through
Okay,
it.
so you used your interaction to go through. You use your interaction to open the door behind you, so you don't have an interaction. You do have an action. If you wish, you can use your action to open the door, or you can use your action to listen at the door. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna use my action to listen.
Give me a perception check.
All right. Perception. Here we go.
8. Your blood and your body are still stinging with the thrill of battle and the concern about Varin's unfortunate circumstances. You're kind of distracted.
Hang on a second. I got a little blood in my ear. Let me clean it up.
Thea, please roll me a d6. Okay. Thank you very much. Varin grunts and barely smothers a scream as he takes another 2d8 fire damage.
Oh.
And has to make a Constitution saving throw. So that's 4 more hit points gone, so I'm down to 45. Constitution saving throw. 10. I have disadvantage on all of my attacks for the next turn.
Ouch.
Alright, Thea, it's your turn.
So she's gonna go ahead and move here in preparation to find out where we're all going.
Okay, you do see the door open, and you know Adran went in that more or less direction.
She's not gonna go by Varin.
Varin seems a little upset.
Uh-huh.
Fair enough. Anything else you want to do?
Dodge.
Okay. For his part, Varin is going to leave this chamber. Finally getting away from all that nonsense, and use his action to take a hack and leave.
Probably a smart thing to do.
Varin's hurting. Hack and leave 8d4 plus 8. $31 hit points.
That definitely gets you up there.
Okay. Ow! I don't like that room. Adran.
I don't blame you.
It is now your turn. What would you like to do, sir?
I would like to go through the doors.
Okay.
So will that be my action?
Nope, that's an interaction to open a door. Which door do you want to open?
Interaction.
The one to the right or the one to the left?
Does it really matter?
Choose a door and find out.
To the right.
Okay. Hang on 1 second while I adjust this silly door's handle. There we go. Then there we go. Come on.
Won't allow me to go through.
I know, hang on.
Okay.
I'm adjusting the doorway, so to speak.
Ah.
Okay. And this is for chamber. Give me 1 second. Okay, so we didn't sneak up on this. So the ceilings in this, so we were rather distracted with the events of battle, but currently the ceiling above you is 15 feet off the ground. There's no sources of light. We are relying entirely on dark vision. In the room before you, you see a puddle of water, lots of dust, wrecked furniture, some broken dishes, and hanging open cabinets. And 2 more snake-headed creatures who look up in astonished surprise and must now roll for initiative. So it was your interaction to open the door, sir. Which means you still have your movement and your action.
Yep.
So what would you like to do?
Well, I'm going to use a firebolt on this guy here.
Go for it.
Okay.
Excuse me. Yeah, that'll hit for 13 fire. You
All
actually
right.
see a scale go flying off. You shot a scale from its head. Good shot.
It's 5, 10, 15, 20. I move all the way up to him, and I go, "Here, let me fix that for you." And I swing with my sword.
Go for the attack.
Wow.
That'll hit for another 7 damage.
I'm loving these roll attacks.
Uh-huh. I have a quick question. At what level does Firebolt increase damage?
I want to say at 11.
Yes, 11. Thank you. I was looking at it as like 2d10. Shouldn't it be higher? But no, I'm wrong. Okay. So that's your turn.
I've been dying to hit 11
You're
so that I can
almost
see
there.
that thing increase.
Top of the round. Thea, you hear an explosion of fire and hissing cries of pain and fury. What would you like to do?
Well, clearly we have a way to go. So let's see. And it'll take 35 to get here.
Yep, because you're passing through difficult terrain with Varin.
Yep. And well, she might as well take aim and attack that one.
Go for it. 19 will hit. Give me sneak attack. That is 28 points of damage. Nice.
Oh,
Anything else for you, Thea?
man.
There's room for Varin to go in if he wants to, right?
Yeah, Varin can slip in through the doorway,
Okay.
moving diagonally.
Yeah, she'll just stick with where she's at.
Okay. Alright. In which case, I mean, unless you really want to use your fast hands, you could probably close the door. Or you could.
There is a puddle in there, isn't there?
There is a puddle of water
There
in
is.
there. It's just a puddle.
And some dust.
Yes, but we don't know if that's enough.
True. You could also use your bonus action to dash and move behind cover with this the corner of the wall, basically.
Yeah, I think that's what she'll do. She'll just use her bonus to just dash that far away.
Fair enough. Very well. Oh wait, did I skip a turn? I did. Oops, my bad. Alright, so the one that you just attacked, Adran, is going to turn and bite at you as it draws out its scimitar. I get a 16 to hit with the bite. And then scimitar, there it goes. A 10. It scrapes off your armored leg to no avail.
Oh, I'm sorry. You were trying to attack my leg. That's funny.
Varin
I'm almost picturing too that Varin has like a metal turtleneck going on also to keep the thing from biting his neck.
Varin's going to step up, see the puddle of water, toss his short sword aside, basically right at your feet, Thea, and take 2 shots with his longbow. Not going into the room. First shot for the wounded. Oh, goodness. 28's gonna hit for 11, and Colossus Slayer becomes 12 damage. Not much. So Varin will shoot again.
Shoot him down!
Getting a 27 to hit and another 11 damage. Dropping it stone cold to the ground. Its scimitar clattering noisily. And then Varin's going to move over here and use his interaction to pick up his short sword again. Panting rather heavily and looking a little tired. This creature is going to yank out its scimitar.
I kind of like the look of this scimitar.
Right? And leave the room, going after Varin.
Hey!
Bite and scimitar. Both attacks missing just barely. Basically, Thea, you see Varin bend down to grab his short sword, and all of a sudden the scimitar goes clinging off the wall above Varin's head as this creature bites at him, missing completely. Just barely ducking down in the nick of time. Adran, it's your turn.
I'm mad. I raced all the way down here, so now I'm basically flanking him.
Yes, you are
Or
flanking.
you
which
and I are
grants you
basically
advantage
flanking.
on all of your attacks.
Hey, scaly kid. Don't you dare turn your back on me.
That'll hit for 13. That'll hit for another 8. Ooh. Excuse me. Anything else you want to do, sir? Growl at him.
I just have like an adrenaline rush.
Give
going,
me-
dude, this is awesome.
Give me an intimidation check.
Intimidation check. Let's do this. Oh yeah, I've got a -1 on intimidation.
We'll go with that 4, which meets the basically you see it flinch, but not become frightened.
For a moment. I got you for a moment.
Thea, it is your turn. Varin is still ducked low.
Okay. Well, she might as well attack the guy.
Might as well. That'll hit. Give me sneak attack. 29 points of damage. Anything else for you?
That guy is basically dead. Did it? The other room didn't look very interesting, right?
The room that these two came out of?
Right.
It looked like a snack room, honestly.
Okay, meaning we're probably heading somewhere else then, so...
Hopefully
she'll walk
further down the hallway.
She'll walk down the hallway.
Very good. Is that your full
Leaving
movement?
Varin to finish off the snake.
That was... okay. Is that as far as you want to go?
Fine.
You moved 30 feet. You have 5 feet remaining.
Yeah. I'll just move one more down.
Very well. Bonus action for anything?
Nah.
Okay. In which case, Varin is going to stand back up, now with his short sword back in hand. And flanking with Adran, now has advantage.
Advantage.
There is an utter guttural growl rippling through Varin's throat. I was hoping for a nat 20.
Melody.
10
We need to find Melody.
plus Colossus Slayer is 11 points of damage. Not quite killing it, so extra attack with advantage.
What the heck happened there at that animation?
I had my character sheet up, so I couldn't see. I get 21 to hit. Adran.
The D20 dice actually hit the other dice and came up closer to the screen, and it got bigger.
Cool. Adran, you are showered in a gout of blood as Varin drives his short sword right through the thing's throat. The tip of my sword ending a few inches away from your shield front. And then I rip my sword back out, dropping it to the ground, my back to it, as I kind of kick dirt back at it and stomp away like you're not worth even noticing your death.
Melody.
So, Varin,
We need to find
how awesome do I
Melody.
look with enemy's blood all over my face?
You look red.
It's kind of like war paint, right?
If you want war paint, I'll get you some clay. With that, we can finally exit initiative. And we are now in a very quiet hallway. In the dark.
Kind of reminds me a little bit like a snake.
And with Varin panting rather heavily. Alright.
Do we need to take a break for you, Varin? Are you okay?
I'm fine. Let's clear this place out.
Your voice sounds a bit dog.
I'm tired. Fine, let's just move on and find any more of these. I look back at you, Adrian. I'm briefly at a loss for words. What do you call these things anyway?
Serpent people?
Alright, so how do you want to proceed?
Reptilian boneheads?
How do you want to proceed, Adran? Or how do you want us
Well,
to proceed?
since Thía is pretty much in front of us, let's just keep going.
Okey-doke.
Okay, so Thía, do you want to be searching as you proceed?
Might as well.
Alright. Varin will hang back and take the back position. With his heightened awareness, he'll hopefully be able to be alert to any one sneaking up behind us.
If not, we're all within the range of her sword's effect.
True. Excuse me. Alright, so you can move yourself and give me a perception check.
Okay.
You don't hear or see anything of note. The hallway is eerily quiet. There are scuffing patterns in the dust on the floor. Whether that's caused by the wind or by feet, you're not sure.
Okay. So she'll go further down. Does the scuffing patterns continue?
You can give me a survival check. Adran, you can move yourself up as well. Nat 20. Okay. With that, you do discern that there are prints. Let me get my little arrow up. Prints went this way. Oh, can you see that?
It went around the corner.
Okay, so prints went this way, and prints went that way. Prints also came this way. Beyond that, you're not terribly sure because it starts getting confused and muddled.
Okay. She'll let Adrian know that there's prints going both ways. Which way do you want us to go?
Keep going forward and down here and to the left.
Okay.
Adrian, you can hear Varin's heavy breathing almost on the nape of your neck. There's a door ahead of you, Thía.
Varin,
What?
are you okay?
I'm annoyed. Why are you standing still?
You
Let's
don't-
move on.
You don't get annoyed.
I'm fine. I'm just annoyed that all that cursed stuff happened to me again. Thought we were past that. Well, I will say, at least, nothing came up out of the ground, air, water. Just, unfortunately I got a little beat up and a little tired. Thía, do you want to open that door?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. There we go. There we go. Helps if I select the door instead of, you. Back, which I just did again. Okay, hang on. No, I want to select the door, not Thía.
Do you want me to move my
No,
character
you're
down
fine.
a bit?
You're fine. I got it now.
So I should be able to go through now?
Almost. Now you can.
Okie dokie. Is there any water in here?
There is no water. The room is full of ashes spread across the floor, some broken shelves, it's kind of a weird wooden structure. It looks like it kind of looks like a platform. It kind of looks like the platform Del was imprisoned on, but with slots in it. Like something could have been moved in and out of it at different portions.
Huh.
It is heavily heavily damaged by fire. There's ash and dust everywhere. Whatever used to be in here is long burnt away. But there is a door to your immediate south.
Oh, well, then I guess I'll open it.
Okay. Let me see if I can find the handle. Oh, there it is. Whoops. There you go. Now you can go in.
Okay. Is there any water in here?
There's no water, but the walls are lined with wooden shelves that are covered with ashes. Ashes are all over the floor. And there's what looks like old bloodstains sprayed across the walls. And Adran, from your position, you hear Varin take a sharp intake of breath. Death was in that room.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm thinking there's nothing here.
No, nothing of value, nothing of importance. But to know that this is almost a room meant for sacrifice or torture doesn't suit me with comfort.
What if it's
It doesn't
what they
put
do
my
with
mind
their
at
dead?
ease.
Adran, you can give me an investigation check.
Let's see. Gonna make sure I take that off advantage and on
yes.
the normal. Investigation.
Yes, please.
Here we go.
If you had to guess, the room used to be a place of knowledge where books were once kept. Here and there you can see fragments of ancient pages, their knowledge long since faded away, burnt and weathered from time. It kind of reminds you of the area where Thamior only keeps all of his books back at home.
Can you say that last part again? I was kind of breaking up.
Oh, sorry. It kind of reminds you of the section of the hut that Thamior, your great-great-grandfather, keeps all of his books, his treasured tomes of knowledge and spell work. What he calls his library.
Yeah.
Meaning that someone probably torched it.
And Varin is no longer in the hallway. He has moved back towards that intersection and is just standing there keeping watch. What do you two want to do?
Oh, are we going?
Adran? Thía, can you hear? Oh, he's moving. I just can't hear him. Thía, can you hear Adran?
No.
Okay. I'm going to reconnect.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, reconnect, there we go. Adran, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Thía, can you hear us both?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, my earbuds were starting to die. So
Oh, no.
I had to turn off my Bluetooth.
Forgot to charge them. Alright.
So there was nothing of great value there, so let's move on.
Varin is going to move back to that intersection, and he's going to do a survival check. Looking around, he nods his head down this hallway here. And without waiting or asking what you prefer, Adran, he's just going to take off walking down that hallway. Sword in one hand, longbow in the other.
Alright, I guess we're just gonna follow Varin.
I think we need to find Melody for him.
3 doors. One right, one straight ahead, one left.
Well,
The tracks they get a little muddled here. It might have gone to each of these rooms or doors.
Well, they might have gone in each of them because it seems to me that the snake people were trying to ransack this place.
Which way?
why don't we take the left door first?
This one here?
Yeah.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. And grab the handle. Yay, it worked the first time. and then it grabbed me.
Mhm.
Okay, now I can move the light barrier.
Let us risk a little light.
There's no water in here that we can see, but there is more broken furniture. The floor is covered with dents and cracks, as though some great force, smashed against the stone floor and broke it. There are, again, the same sort of structure as what Del was strapped to, a table, but much longer and broader and broken, shattered to bits and pieces now.
More sacrifice in altars.
You can give me an investigation check, Adran.
All right. Here we go. Here we go. Whoops. Sorry, that was the wrong one.
That is the wrong one. You're not intimidating the room.
Although Varin might be.
With a dirty 20, you notice that some of these tables had chairs that must have once matched the same carvings and patterns and styles. There's also some dishes in here, and some faint traces of food stains. People must have once gathered in this room to eat meals.
Cafeteria!
Eat meals or eat sacrifices?
Yeah, because they're cannibals.
Obviously.
Obviously.
I look back at you, Adran. Who are cannibals? Who ate what? What? What's going on?
He thinks that the people that we're helping are cannibals.
So we should kill them?
No.
Oh.
No.
I think Adran might be going to the worst possible thoughts.
Adran, which door would you like to search next? Or open next?
Let's go to this one that I'm right next to.
Very well. So there you go. Now I can actually see the handle with ease. And the door handle as a result. That helps. Oops. Okay, and then... you may now proceed into that room, sir.
Alright, so now what's in here?
Let me find the information. There are rectangular frames that look like they had once been able to stand low on the floor. They must have risen to about your knee height, maybe, when they were standing on the floor in their normal position. But now they are all piled in the center of this room. There's no sign of cloth, but you can kind of get the sense that these might have been old beds. They are piled in the center of the room with no sign of any sort of like mattress, blankets, or anything else.
Sleeping quarters. But no mattresses.
You can give me another investigation check if you wish.
Alright, here we go. No, not intimidation.
Okay. The wooden frames of the beds look to have been carved with extreme delicate care a long time ago, and are actually rather intricate in nature.
Very beautiful design.
And then there's a creak from the hallway as Varin goes and opens another door.
Come on, Thía, let's follow Varin.
This room, the stonework follows the floor follows the same pattern, but instead of stone, they look like very thin plates of a very hard material, almost like tiles rather than stone, possibly of clay or some sort of ceramic maybe. The walls are of the same construction, and there's pipes that protrude from the walls at various angles and heights that look like they must have once conveyed water to this room. But the floor is also cracked, looking as though something very heavy walked across it, and its very footsteps broke the floor.
Shower room.
Is there anything else in that room?
There's a door northeast of me.
Do you want to venture further in?
I already did. Varin's going to move up, and instead of opening the door, he's going to listen at it. Oh, with disadvantage, right, because I'm exhausted. Perception. Okay, so we go with the 30. Okay.
That's quite a disadvantage there, Varin.
Yeah, I know, right? Let's see, do I go with a 30 or a 34?
Go with the hand you were dealt with.
Yeah, right? Varin immediately holds up his still blood dripping sword and quietly whispers back to to the two of you. Voices. And is immediately going to try and soften his steps. Anyone else who wants to can give me a stealth check. With disadvantage. I get a nat 1. Thía gets a nat 1.
It's a decent nat 1.
And a 13 for Adran.
See, I got the same as Adran.
Right?
How is yours a nat 1?
I get a plus 12. Because I'm an expert in stealth.
Yep. So as Varin goes to lean back and whisper to you, his longbow accidentally clatters against the door, scraping along it in a rather loud wooden sound. And there's a sound of hissing voices in the next room. Quick question, I just looked at the time. Do we want to do this fight, or save it for next time?
Is the fight going to be long?
Probably not terribly. What was that, Adran?
Okay.
I've still got an adrenaline rush.
So you both want to finish this, or do this fight?
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Okay, everyone can roll for initiative. Wow, Varin gets a 23 for his initiative roll. Realizing that he just kind of sounded out the fact that he's there, Varin is going to use his interaction to just kick open the door, dropping his short sword as he does so. There we go. And then move that. Okay. And then with his longbow, is going to take 2 shots right at that first person in the room. (18 and 19 to hit. Both are going to hit. Colossus Slayer coming up. That becomes 14 and 8. 22 points of damage.
Not bad.
And then Varin will quickly backtrack to make room. 10 feet. Using his he used his interaction to open the door, leaving his short sword unfortunately on the ground. So technically speaking, Thía and Adran actually did manage to succeed on their stealth checks. So these creatures are technically surprised. Which means it's now Thea's turn.
Okay. She'll just step forward to peek and take a shot at that guy, because
Okay.
might as well.
Go for the attack. You were technically hidden, so you get advantage on your shot. That actually hits. Give me sneak attack. That is 23 points of damage. Nice shot. Anything else for you, Thía?
And she'll move out of the way.
Fair call. Adran, your turn, sir.
Well, I move up. And I hit this guy with my firebolt.
Okay. Go for the attack.
And that would be advantage, right? Because I have surprise on him.
Yes.
Yep.
24 to hit for 11 damage. Nice. Anything else for you, sir?
And then I'm going to rush.
Just rush in after him?
Rush right on in and stab him with my sword.
Go for it.
Lunge!
That is a good lunge for 9 damage, and he has to make a Constitution saving throw. He succeeds and is not instantly killed. Anything else for you, sir? I think that's all you've got.
I don't know if there is anything else I can do.
Right? Alright, so that guy's surprised. Top of the round. Varin is going to rush up, grabbing his short sword with his interaction. 20, 25, 30, 35. And is going to short sword attack this fellow right here. The wounded one.
The wounded one.
Getting a 16 to hit, 10 damage, and I'll throw Colossus Slayer on there for 15 points of damage.
Overkill.
Ripping its throat open from the left-hand side of it through to about its middle. And then extra attack on the guy in the middle, who's now the guy immediately in front of me. I get a 25 for 8. Yeah, that hits. All
Blood
right.
makes the grass grow. Kill, kill, kill.
This creature's going to step down and is going to scimitar and bite Varin. 16 misses, but the 20 hits for 10 damage total. Ouch. And then this creature is going to step over to you, sir. I opened the wrong thing. Hang on. Scimitar and bite. I get a 14 and a 15.
Ka-ching off my shield.
Thía, it's your turn.
Okay. So she'll just stop like that. Take a shot at that guy.
Go for the attack. Yeah, that'll hit. And sneak attack. For 28 damage. Excuse me.
Nice.
Anything else for you, Thía?
She'll stay there.
Okay. Adran, it's your turn, sir.
Swing. About it.
That'll hit for 9. And you're next. Ooh, ow, 12 damage. Very good. Anything else for you, sir?
I am just going to move around to this side.
Okay.
Kind of trying to like say, come on, you keep your eyes on me, buddy.
Right. Top of the round, Varin's turn. Seeing this rather wounded fellow, and all things considered, I like going after the wounded targets. Short sword attack that wounded fellow. I get 13, which actually does hit.
Nice.
for 8 damage, and I'll throw Colossus Slayer on. And he had 9 hit points left. And I deal him 15 points of damage. Boom. You are once again showered in a gout of blood, sir. And
Yeah!
I rip out my sword from his throat, spin around, and make my extra attack. Oops. There we go. Against the other fellow. Getting a 14, which hits for 9 damage. Seeing how quickly this went badly awry for his group, he's going to step over here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He is going to trigger 2 attacks of opportunity, one from Varin, one from Adran. Adran, would you like to go first, sir?
Oh, yes, I would.
Alright, go for it. That is 26 for 11 damage.
Yeah.
That definitely hurts. And Varin is going to make his reaction attack. Short sword. If this hits, he also gets Colossus Slayer because his turn ended. Oh, that's going to hit.
Nice.
For 19 damage. Oof. Limping, this thing rushes up to you, Thía, and is going to bite at you. I get 2 nat 20s in a row?
What the heck?
Ouch. Alright, Thía, this is gonna hurt. Sorry. 6 and 3. 9 and... 9 and 9. Plus 5. So 18. 23 total points of damage. You can uncanny, let's see. 5 and 9, 14. You can uncanny dodge and remove 7 from that. Does that make sense? Can you hear her? I can't hear her.
I cannot.
Does that mean I have 12 damage then?
You take 16 points.
16.
Because some of that is poison and is rider damage, not the actual weapon damage.
Okay.
From the bite. Yeah. So you're able to reduce it down to 16 instead of 23. You still had temporary hit points, didn't you?
Yep.
Nice. Alright. Oh look, Thía, it's your turn.
Really? Is that the best you've got, dude?
He just hit you with nat 20s, you're not even impressed. Nice.
Now you know how I feel.
So, he is wearing a cloak and like a hooded cloak. Now, you've done this sort of thing before, but not for a while. You could use fast hands to try and, pull his hood up over his eyes.
Yeah, might as well.
Blinding him temporarily.
Kind of like yank at the hood to pull it down over his face.
And possibly getting advantage. So if you want to do that, give me a sleight of hand check, and he's going to contest that with. Oh goodness, is he even capable of beating that?
Well, you can try.
Yeah, he's gonna try and dodge you with that. Yeah, you pull his hood up over his eyes, blinding him temporarily, giving yourself a brief advantage.
Alright,
Nice move.
I'll drop my longbow and pull out my short sword. Might as well.
Okay. With advantage.
Oh.
So one more time.
Oh.
Oh.
What?
You
and then
also got
because I
sneak
had
attack.
advantage, that means sneak attack.
So that is 9 plus 30. 39. So he crits you, and you're just like, he crits you twice. You're like, I'm gonna crit you once, and it's probably going to kill him. So 39 plus 16 is 55 points of damage.
What the heck?
How do you want to kill this guy?
His rub is down. I'm killing with a
Short sword.
With a short sword. So I guess I managed to get him turned around and slit his neck.
Works for me. And he drops with his throat so wide open that his head is basically lolling back, donk, 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 bouncing against his spine as he drops.
That is a crit, not what you did.
You hear Varin kind of give like a nice.
Mellow tea. We need to get mellow tea for you.
I'm fine. Although those guys' bite really does hurt. Alright, so...
and your definition of fine is not the same as my definition of fine.
Oh, come on. He just said he was fine. Let's go find more snake people.
I look back at you. That means we have to go back to that entryway.
Yeah.
We've searched all the doors in this area.
Maybe you can be thrown.
Say what now, sorry?
Maybe we can throw you. So you don't have to
I give you a very, very, very narrow-eyed glare. And you might remember, I'm still holding a longbow and a short sword.
Okay, I'm getting in between you two. That's enough.
I mean,
Nobody
so you don't actually have
tosses
to
an elf.
I just was
think
thinking
anybody
that way
wants
you wouldn't have to
possible.
be in the same room as that thing for long.
Real briefly, as we come down from the fight, this room, the ceiling above us is partially collapsed. The floor itself is actually kind of a bowl, funneling fluids like the blood down into the center to what used to be a drain, but is now clogged with rubble.
Oh. That sucks.
So, given the time, we're going to pause here. We don't know what region we're in, where we are in this world. We don't even know fully what's going on around us. There is still an area of this temple to clear, as our new ally called it. And this is, I believe, our last game for 2022.
Yeah.
This was a good game.
Thank you. I thought it would be an interesting follow-up to last game. So when we come back to this adventure, it will be 2023. So Happy New Year to you both and to our wonderful listeners, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
So we will, excuse me, stop where we are, and I'm going to stop recording on my end. Thank you, fellow adventurers, for joining us once more. Please comment below to vote on what monsters you want to see Adran, Thía, and Varin take on next. You can vote for more than one kind at a time. The Druid, the Orc Eye of Gruumsh, the Giant Constrictor Snake, or the Ogre. Thank you for watching, and I hope we'll see you again next week.